So welcome this evening, and welcome to Rihanna here for the first time. So let's settle in with our meditation. Established a comfortable sitting position, aligning our body with some degree of symmetry, balance, poise, helping to enable an inner mindful presence. Eyes gently closed, helping to bring awareness within as we move the mind away from external issues, worries, concerns, thoughts about what has been, thoughts about what might be. Just tune into the present moment, this place and point of existence. Meditation is realizing the point of existence, which is the present, being present. Life right here, right now. Particularly exercising and strengthening focused attention, using the naturally occurring sensation of our breath as our reference point for the present moment, keeping it simple. Mindfulness of breathing. But before focusing attention on our natural breath, just relaxing awareness firstly into the body, mindfulness of the body, sensing, feeling this platform for experience, the body, sensing and feeling our body sitting here. Feeling grounded, settled, centered, present. Noticing a few contact sensations. Feeling the feet connecting with the floor. Body connecting with the chair, cushion, or meditation stool. Noticing that particular sensation. Feeling the contact of our hands and fingers, and maybe resting in our lap, even one hand touching the other. And bringing our awareness up further to our face, noticing our face, even feeling the air connecting with our face. And also noticing light coming in through the closed eyelids. And even looking into that lightness, brightness, color, patterning, blankness through the closed eyelids. Forward, focused gaze into the space in front through the closed eyelids. Even if we hear background sounds, not being attracted, distracted by them, particularly not getting pulled into the mental sight or sound of thoughts, rather choosing to attend consciously to the topic of meditation, the sensation of the breath. It's fundamental, natural, basic sensory experience, process of breathing, particularly the sensation of the breath entering, exiting the body, especially the nose nostril area. Art of attention, tending to notice and feel the in-breath, the out-breath, connecting with each breath, making each breath significant, important, each life-giving breath, missing no breaths with attention, receiving, relinquishing, allowing, letting go, feeling each breath, feeling each breath while also looking into that lightness, brightness through the closed eyelids. It's helpful to use a meditative mental word or two in the mind or mantra together with the breath. In doing so, otherwise just using the breath. Mind to settle into this calm collectedness, composure, concentration, the natural stillness, silence, spaciousness of the mind to become apparent. Feeling each breath in each present moment, developing samadhi. You say help yourself to a cup of tea, biscuits if you wish. A bit cool there with it on. So can I get you to maybe turn it down one? It's at the back, it's got a dial. Have a pleasant day. A bit cooler than what we have had. Didn't rain today. Even though what makes a pleasant day doesn't need to depend on whether it rains or not, whether it's cool or not. Any day that we're mindful, it's a good day. Talking a bit further about meditation, given that Thursday night meditation group 4 meditation to connect together, collect together, connect together. Certainly, there's other reasons that we come together on a Thursday night rather than just meditation. Meditation's probably the main thing, but other reasons as well. But certainly, meditation is the main reason that we have our group to meditate together. So we might even consider, well, what is meditation? What is meditation? What is meditation for? There's even, we could say, many different reasons why someone might practice meditation. And even one person may practice meditation for different reasons, which may even change over time. They might start practicing meditation as a stress reduction type thing. Or they might have heard, oh, come along to the meditation group. There's some nice people. Meet some nice people as well. If you're single, you might meet someone. Meet a meditator. But even over time, the reason that we might be practicing meditation will change. Even towards what it means for us, how much we practice meditation, how important it is for us. which might have began again as just reducing stress, dealing with life, through to the meaning of life, to realize the point of existence through meditation, to even realize ultimate truth and freedom, like the Buddha, through meditation. Example, the Buddha was that his enlightenment, his freedom, his realizing nirvana was through meditation. It wasn't through fasting. It wasn't through doing yoga. It wasn't through telling jokes or being a great speaker. It was through meditation, cultivation of the mind through meditation practice, which is why he gave that practice trinity, as mentioned last week: Sila, Samadhi, Panya, morality, so developing a conduct, a way of being and living that is in harmony, it's wholesome, it's healthy, that then supports the mind being more at ease to focus attention, samadhi, collectedness of mind, together with some wisdom to realize truth. Meditation being that center point, both the morality and the wisdom supports the meditation developing. And maybe that's one of the reasons we practice meditation, to develop that clarity of mind, to see things more clearly, to realize ultimate freedom. So meditation certainly has been practiced for thousands of years in cultures both of the East and the West. It's not just in Buddhism and, say, Hinduism. It's been practiced in Islam, Judaism, Christianity as well for a couple of thousand years as an important practice, but it's mainly been the practice of the religious aspirant, religious practitioners, monastics. You could say probably in the last 50 years, meditation's moved from the monastery and gone mainstream. It's out of the closet. So you find regular, everyday, ordinary people practicing meditation. It's not something for monks and nuns and swamis and gurus or hippies or even new age people. It's for anyone, everyone. It's gone mainstream because we realize its benefits. It's the multiplicity of benefits of meditation, but particularly for freedom. So meditation, in terms of what it is, and again, it's many things to many different people, but fundamentally, and again, meditation it's an English word. You could use other words as well, but it's about the art of attention, tending in the present moment, the art of attention, cultivating clarity of mind. It's about consciously attending to the meditation topic or subject in the present moment, in real life time. In a way, we could say that meditation, through that attending, attention, attending, connecting, it's a skill of connecting. But in contemplating meditation, we'd also say it's the skill of disconnecting as well. Connecting and disconnecting. Does that sound strange? Is that a paradox? Meditation is the art of connecting and disconnecting, all at the one time. Please explain. In a way, the more we are attending to the meditation object, and the Buddha, in the context of Buddhism, the Buddha spoke about 40 different topics of meditation for different people, and also for different tendencies. The ultimate outcome is realization and freedom, but different avenues to that. So 40 different topics of meditation that are as broad as meditation on the breath, to meditation on the true nature of the body, the disease and aging and death of the body. But they all come down to basically attending. So attending to the topic of meditation, which means we're not attending, but non-attending to other things. And also then we're connecting to the object of meditation, such as the breath. And the more we connect to the breath, the more we have to disconnect from other things. The breath is a basic but also profound meditation topic, because it's very natural to breathe. We're all breathing. It's a requirement of life to breathe. The breath is always with us, hopefully, wherever we go. And also that it doesn't require anything complex, no sort of visualizations or recitation of certain words or any particular incantations or empowerments. It's just notice an in-breath, notice an out-breath, notice an in-breath, notice an out-breath, which again can lead to very deep states of meditation. So we've reflected particularly last year on Samma Samadhi, right concentration leading to jhana, deep absorption meditations, just by using the breath, naturally occurring breath. But the more we're attending to the breath, we need to disconnect from thoughts, disconnect also from being involved in sounds, other sensations in the body. But the main thing that we're disconnecting from is the thinking. Because the thinking keeps us caught up in time. I'm thinking about yesterday, so past, we're making the past. What am I doing tomorrow? Or the weekend's coming soon, thinking about the future. So suddenly we're making time. So if we're just on the breath, which is always only now the eternal present moment, then we transcend time. And also by not thinking about things, we transcend the world. The world rushes in when we start to think about things. Issues, concerns, hopes, aspirations, ideas, dreams, frustrations, fascinations, disappointments. The world is there, somewhere, but the world disappears when we stop thinking. Even as the French philosopher René Descartes says, cogito ergo sum. I think, therefore I am. So what happens if you stop thinking? I am not. So even that becomes a significant statement, that much of what we take ourselves to be is just the thinking. And that's also the profound insight that the Buddha had before enlightenment, that if he was able to move the mind beyond thinking, there was a profound disconnect from this duality of self and other, here and there, now and later, developing a profound beingness beyond time, space, and person. So it becomes a trans-personal experience beyond the personal, which we can then call spiritual. There's other words for that, which we might look into at another session. But a lot of the meditation is disconnecting from things, physical, sensory, mental, and allowing a profound knowing in the present moment. And the more disconnect from things, the more connection to the topic of meditation. Even to the point, let's say, where there is no connection, because connection always means like, I am connecting with that, to the point where it's like a oneness beyond connection. There is breathing, but nobody's breathing. The whole sense of self has disappeared. There's no one doing the meditation. The meditation is just happening. A bit like the experience of being in the zone or being in flow. The whole, because thinking drops, sense of creating self drops, and there's just the flow happening at the moment. So that becomes a transpersonal, transcendent experience. And if it happens in a significant way, then the whole perception of the reality of self becomes very, very significant. What is the self is seen for what it is. And there's a whole different just change on how life is experienced. Sort of experience at times people might have when they're engaging in an extreme sport. It's sort of like a rush of aliveness in the present moment, because the extreme sport, if they're not really mindful and totally aware of what they're doing, they will fall off, they will drop, they will die. So there's an intense focus in the present moment. Not even putting energy into thinking is too much. Total awareness. And people afterwards say, my goodness, I just felt so alive. I was in the zone, time disappeared, no thinking, no stressing, no husband, wife, family, kids, no parents, nothing, no work. There was just that. Amazing, wonderful. That's why people get addicted to extreme sports. Fortunately, meditation can allow that experience without having to wear a crash helmet. The only falling that might happen is you might fall asleep or fall into thinking. But that's acute, accurate, acute, direct, correct, conscious attention into the present moment. The more that we can connect into the moment, into the breath, onto the breath, then disconnecting from everything else, that becomes a profound experience. And it's also where all the various meditations come together. So whether you're doing any form of Buddhist meditation, even whether it's samatha, whether it's vipassana, whether it's tantra, whatever Buddhist meditation, Hindu meditation, Vita meditation, Christian meditation, Jewish meditation, Islamic meditation, prayer, yogic meditation, New Age meditation, they all dissolve into the moment beyond concepts. When there's that transcendent experience, because the concepts and the doing itself has to fall away. And that's also where, at that level, there's a sense of common experience. So whether you speak to someone from whatever tradition, type of meditation tradition, even religious tradition, they say, oh yes, well, as a monk or a priest or a swami, that's what I've experienced. But it's all the same. In a way, it becomes like that's what real meditation is, transcending the differences, cultural conditioning, baggage, concepts, etc. More of a profound human experience that people even have outside of any spiritual tradition. Maybe it's through connecting into nature in a particular way. Nature is so might be so awe-inspiring and opening that there's a total awareness, self falls away, thinking falls away, and there's just the meditation of the moment, transcendent. But in the context of Buddhist practice, the Buddha developed strategies for developing that quality of mind and using the fundamental technique of attending to the present moment in a conscious, mindful ways, and particularly using the breath. So strategy, a sort of a technique, even a process, as reflected on the last couple of weeks. Meditation is a process. It's also preparation, preparing the mind for that type of awareness, setting it up, and then what can happen is that things are let go of, the disconnect, and it's just the awareness. So any thoughts or comments yourself about meditation as connecting and disconnecting, attending and non-attending?
I wanted to build on something that you said at the start, which
Sebastian.
And it led into what you were just talking about then, where I often find it quite hard to come into meditation and then start focusing on my breath. So I find that the action of starting to focus on my breath feels like I'm fighting against a lot of things because my mind might be a bit busy or those things. But what Sebastian said really resonated with me with the making space, and it reminded me of something that I read in one of the books that you've given us, where when you come to meditation, you need to almost come and imagine that you're putting down your luggage before you sit down. And so then what I did tonight was I just tried to make space for everything, and then kind of it felt like it was just wisping away.
Yeah.
And then what I was left with is that I was only focusing on my breath. But I just found it a different way of doing it, because previously I would have tried to focus on my breath and hoped that everything would disconnect. But for me, whether it's just tonight or in general, the feeling of making space and letting go of things, and then reconnecting with the focus of meditation was much easier.
And that's where you can use various processes, practices. Last week, speaking about preparation. So preparing for the attention in the present moment. And a lot of the practice is the preparation, even might be, okay, Thursday evening meditation group. So what you do on the Thursday is all preparation for then being able to sit here for 30 minutes. So that whatever you've done, the thoughts that you had, the feelings that you've had, emotions, interactions, that can all be done in a way that prepares the mind for meditation. And even coming in, just the activity of actually taking your shoes off, stepping out of these shoes that belong to somebody who has certain roles, responsibilities, obligations, duties, stresses, thinking, stepping out and just entering here, and coming in, like before you might have been whatever roles, and now a meditator, and even sitting down and then letting go of being a meditator. There's just awareness in the present moment. No one's meditating. There's just the meditation is happening. Without it, I'm doing it and struggling with it.
Yeah.
But that's also where the beginning of the meditation, just to breathe out, relax, let go, and just notice some contact sensations, feet, body, hands, face, air, light, not getting into the sounds, some thoughts, okay, don't need to deal with those. Right. It's like a 2-minute sort of preparation. But again, it's like disconnecting to connect.
John, to sort of touch back on your comments about past and the future, in time, how the past and the future, they're not real, they're really an illusion, I guess, because they only exist when we're thinking about it. There's, we never get to the future, and the past is gone, it doesn't exist anymore. So it's only ever really the timeless now. We go through life just existing in time because we're always thinking. So meditation for me big part of that is that now realizing that, yeah, that's just all useless thinking.
Yeah.
So, so that's become really much clearer to me. When that's, you know, that's really the one of the keys to understanding what meditation is.
Yeah,
It's,
yeah.
it's being in that timeless now, not wasting time on past and future.
Entering the eternal present moment
Mm.
and then dissolving the self there.
It's really profound
Yeah.
understanding.
There's a great talk that Ajahn Sumedho gave, that I heard many years ago as a monk, and it was the title Concept and Reality. So we often get caught up in the concepts and mistake them for the reality. But it's about seeing the difference. We need to use concepts, so the concept of past and future. You know, we can't function as a society in the world without past and the concepts of past and future, planning our days and weeks and months and so forth. But the reality is that it's always only now.
And all the stress that, you know, is generated is because of that thinking about this. If there is no stress now, there's no problems now. Problems are always in.
And how amazing. A little guy in America wrote a book about the importance of the present now and became a millionaire because everyone's, wow, that's profound. That's amazing. You're speaking about the now. Yeah, that's right. Eckhart Tolle, The Power of Now. But it's profound because we've got so distracted into the past and future. Most people spend most of their life in the past or the future, and they miss out on the aliveness of now. So meditation is, in a way, practicing being present. This breath, not the next one. This breath, not the past one. This one. This in-breath, this out-breath, this in-breath, this out-breath. The Buddha even said that in practicing meditation, consider the attention required, mindfulness in the present moment. Imagine a person, let's say, with a barrel of, like, let's say something like this, full of oil, filled to the top with oil, maybe even bigger, balanced on top of his head, as they in the East would carry and he has to walk through a busy marketplace without spilling a drop of oil. And if he does, there's a warrior behind him with a big sword that's going to take off his head. So how mindful would you be? How present would you be? But, you know, that's extreme, but it's about, okay, well, yes, just attend to the now, which it does. And sometimes even people lose their life because they're not attending to the now. And, you know, we don't want to miss out on life. Life is the most precious thing we have. Life is just each present moment. So let's not miss out on it. Attend to them mindfully. And the meditation helps to exercise the brain to have that ability to attend more to here, now, knowing. Therefore, there's less distress about the future because you're mindfully dealing with everything in a more conscious, mindful, wise way. And also enjoying life as opposed to missing out because we're thinking about the next thing.
From what Meg is saying, sometimes I find that I do that at the beginning as well, before I go into focusing on the breath. Sometimes I find focusing on the breath not as easy to get me into a meditative state. And sometimes it's not disconnecting so much as like dissolving. So, and for me, that happens usually by sort of accepting things. So if you've got a pain or something, so instead of trying to disconnect from the pain, or more like accepting it and saying, oh, can I bring okayness to that pain? Yeah, maybe I can or can't. If I can, yes, let's bring okayness. And once that you sort of accept it or bring okayness, what I find that then it dissolves. And so, and even like if you notice you've got a busy mind, like even just going, oh, my mind's really busy today, can I bring okayness to that? And when I can do that, then it's sort of less.
Yeah, yeah.
So, yeah.
So in a way, person, you're also disconnecting from the frustration, the irritation, the reaction,
From the rejection, from the
reacting,
like,
resisting, denying, distracting.
yeah, aversion. Like
Yeah.
it's like because when I'm starting to meditate, sometimes have aversion for all the thoughts or
yeah.
the feelings in my body that are stopping me meditating. So even just the tightness in my chest sometimes. So if I bring okayness to that, and sometimes I have to spend quite a long time doing that to then get past that.
Yeah, yeah, that's good. That's good. Really good.
And only once in my life have I gone into that state of oneness when I wasn't meditating, just walking down the street, just once. And it lasted for I had been meditating quite a lot at that time and quite easily got into that meditative state. So I could sit down, pretty much do the 2 minutes, mostly it's longer, and I just would be into that sort of sense of what I call buzzing awareness, but yeah. And then one day I was walking down the street and the whole experience of that, like I was in the meditative state, in that total moment was, 10 minutes.
And that's where it can be life-changing because it's so profound. And it doesn't have to happen just in meditation. So be ready. So do give that some consideration, even the thinking about meditation as connecting and disconnecting. The more we sort of talk about meditation, getting different ideas and concepts and ways of understanding it, even to understanding what is not meditation, through understanding what is meditation. And then even being able to explain to others what meditation is, for our own sort of reflections and use of concepts. So have a great week and thanks for coming. See you next time. Yes.